This film supplements the instructions for use and serves to aid understanding. This film is not a substitute for reading and understanding the instructions for use. It is also not a replacement for mandatory instructions or training courses. This session will demonstrate how to set up Dräger RAM and use its various modules. Before use, you'll need to establish your personal and organization account. Begin by navigating to sc.dräger.com in any standard web browser and click on the Sign Up option. Provide your email address, name, and select your password. Then a verification email will be sent to confirm your account's creation. To integrate a test device, go to Device Connection and click on the Plus button. Select the RAM connector as the category and name the workstation if necessary. For example, Presta 5000 in Workshop. Save these steps when you have finished. Before downloading, check that the installed Protector software is version 8.2 or higher. Then click on the download link, Download RAM Connector. The downloads will open and the setup file will be loaded. Execute this afterwards. The License Agreement window opens. Please accept the conditions. Carry out the next steps until the Setup Authentication Token window appears. The authentication token is required here, which you can find on the previous page in the software at the bottom of the page under Registration. Copy this using the button to the right of the code. Paste it into the Setup window. Click to Test Connection and save settings. The test device is now connected to the software. This shows the setup for location and device configuration. To create a new location, click the plus in the Dräger blue bar, assign a name and type. The property field is automatically filled in with the corresponding value, but can be manually adjusted if needed. If desired, you can also add a barcode or ID, address, and description. Save your entries afterwards. If you want to create another level under Test House, select Test House and click on the plus in the blue bar again. The window for assigning a name and type opens again. Fill it in as usual and save again. Location levels can be moved as required using drag and drop. To be able to move a location to the highest level, it must first be moved down. The description of the devices and their maintenance requirements can be imported into the selected language with 2 clicks. To keep the default equipment selection and the maintenance instructions according to your local specifications for an equipment model, type or category, click on the corresponding equipment category. You can then add new category, type or model by clicking on the plus button in the Dräger blue bar. Select the plus in the blue bar to add a new equipment category. Top level, category, then type, then model. A checklist can be added at any level. This is then valid for all associated models. The language for the entire organization can be selected under Configuration, Organization Settings, Language. An existing equipment list can be imported into the system with a single mouse click. To accomplish this, The list must be formatted using a template. Click on the up arrow. Insert your own list here. Use the upload arrow to upload the newly created list. As a technician, you work in the workshop. To view your inventory, click on Inventory. You can filter the information, for example by type, e.g. only helmets. You can also rearrange the position of the columns using drag and drop, or show and hide columns using the menu on the right-hand side. It is also possible to add new equipment, either via the plus button or by importing an existing equipment list. You can edit or display the history of a piece of equipment. Both an overall view and a filtered selection can be exported to Excel. As a technician, it is essential to know when various activities need to be carried out in order to effectively plan your work. This section displays all tasks sorted by date and due date. You can make a pre-selection by choosing a date range. For example, selecting a date to view tasks due in the next 3 months. Columns can be rearranged using drag and drop, and you can customize the display via the menu on the right-hand side. Tasks can be performed and logged individually or as a group. To do this, select the tasks by clicking on the checkboxes on the left. For example, select 3 SCBAs, then click Perform Task in the Dräger blue bar. This will open the checklist for the selected tasks. For example, a checklist can be defined for all SCBAs with the same task reason at the same time, so it does not have to be created individually for each device. Different checklists are provided by default, depending on the task. To update the task status, select the task. Set the status to Operational. Click Save. Test results can be found under Task Documentation and can be filtered as before, for example, by task date. To access detailed task documentation, first select a task result, then click on Access Task Results at the bottom left. This will provide a detailed description of the task documentation, including general information and specific values such as pressure values, visual inspection results, and leak test values, along with all associated data. To print the task results, go to the General section. Click Save and Print Task Results. The sheet will open in Print View. The Workflow tab enables technicians to work in a process-oriented manner. By selecting a predefined workflow, such as cylinder filling, automatic testing, or a checklist, the process can be initiated automatically by scanning a barcode or RFID tag. This action opens the Complete the Checklist window under Checklist and, if required, allows for the location to be rebooked. Under Task, select the Test Type and complete the required fields. These fields can be defined under Configuration according to the manufacturer's standards and specifications. Refer to the video or section Configuration for more details. If location rebooking is necessary, select a location under Directly Assigned to Location. When a new device is scanned, it will be booked to this location. Rebooking the location of multiple items in one workflow is also possible. To do this, simply scan the ID of the corresponding mobile location, for example, shelf, box, or person, and confirm the rebooking. If the scanned equipment is unknown to the system, you can create it by clicking the plus icon in Inventory. Fill in and save the equipment data. Alternatively, if the equipment is read in and a question or prompt appears asking to select the plus icon, this is to prevent creating a new entry due to a damaged code. This ensures you do not inadvertently create a new entry for an existing piece of equipment. Equipment cleaning can be documented using a checklist. For example, the wash program, temperature and dosage can be documented. If the washing process is interrupted, error messages and the reasons for the interruption can also be recorded. The automatic test on a test device can be started directly from the Dräger RAM. The user is intuitively guided through the test steps. After which the results are automatically documented in the cloud and can be printed if required. To perform a collective check, scan several devices one after the other using the same checklist. Mark the scanned devices, then click the Perform Task button at the bottom. Complete the checklist as usual. To fill cylinders, select all scanned cylinders. Then click the Charge Cylinder button at the bottom. This will open the cylinder charging window. Confirm the quality and make any necessary adjustments. Once completed, save the changes.